What's up, guys? Today I got a Dell Dimension 3000, and if you notice the carpet by any means, this was the place where the Asus A7M266 motherboard, I believe, was filmed right here, right in the same area where this desktop is, my grandparents' house. So, I picked this up at Goodwill. They're asking $10, and of course it is dusty. 80% of the computers that go through there have all the components in there, so people leave the hard drives, disk drives, RAM, power supply, processor, all that good stuff in them. But to my surprise, this was one of the computers. Little bad kids go and steal the RAM out of these to probably black market them or something. And if they can get into the computer without the camera seeing them, they'll get the RAM. If I've gotten that HP Pavilion 6300 or something, is another computer I got like spring break, but that computer had screws on the side of the case and no one got the RAM out of it. So that's what happens. The RAM, I actually got it from a Fry store. It is Patriot memory, 1 gig, PC3200 400 megahertz, which this computer apparently reads at 333 megahertz when it should be reading it at 400. But oh well, it is what it is. So that was about $30. So I have $40 invested in this computer. Maybe I'll sell it, maybe I'll keep it, who knows. But the specs of it are, of course, a Dimension 3000. This computer is manufactured on December 30th, 2004, and it left Dell's place in Texas January 5th of 2005. So, with that in mind, it's about 7.5 years old. Still works fine. It has a Intel Pentium 4, 2.8 gigahertz. This has the Prescott Pentium, so heat makers right here. But it is the non-HT model. Intel also made the HT model, the 2.8 gigahertz, and when I get home, I have one of those 2.8 HT processors out of a Optiplex 270, I believe. That's the same 2.8 gigahertz. It just has HT and a higher front side bus, which should hopefully make this thing better. Of course, the 1 gig RAM, 80 gig hard drive, Seagate, CD burner. I think originally it had a CD-ROM. I don't know. Intel Extreme Graphics 2, which on XP it says the card is 96 megs. Yeah, I think that's about it. No floppy drive. But this one was definitely an upgraded model from Dell because the stock one had a 2.4 gigahertz Celeron, which I hate Celerons. Had one of them. It's like 543 megahertz or something. But on the front, we got, of course, the disk drive. Sorry for the bad lighting. And I even have 2 lights on in here. The floppy drive, which this little plastic piece pops out. The lights, you would think that the hard drive light would be yellowish or orangish. No, they're both green. The Dell logo down here, you have designed for XP, Pentium 4, USB 2.0 ports, there's 2 of them, and a headphone port. Going around the side to hide this, it says Windows XP with a little logo. Creativity you can have when you find masking tape, a pen, and sticky notes. So, it's better than 8, and that's covering the service tag. And then a mad face with its tongue out for some other barcode that was there. It has a 250 watt power supply. This was the only thing on the whole computer I did not clean. Only because when I get home I'll just use my dad's air compressor and blow tons of air in there. Should do it. We have parallel, serial, VGA, diagnostic lights. You have the PS2 ports, microphone, speakers, output, or input, sorry. 4 USB ports and LAN, 100 meg. To open these things, it's relatively simple. And just so you know, if you're wondering where the service tag is on one of your computers, and someone ripped off the sticker on the side or on the back, there's these stickers underneath, and these are similar to the ones on computers like the Latitude D600 and Inspiron 600M, which in this case here, it's relatively easy, but recently it's been getting crazy on me. Inside, it's pretty basic. It has a micro ATX motherboard, and on some of the dimensions I have a 4300S, I believe, which is a slim model. I don't have it here. I'll have to pick that up around Thanksgiving or Christmas time. And just a little spec overview. That has a 1.7 Pentium 4, 256 megs of RAM, USB 1, no LAN, the CD drive. But where was I? Anyway, people have been able to hack these cases, and put a standard. Oh, I know what I was talking about now. These little metal brackets here on that older Dimension, you cannot get these out. It's in a whole entire tray that the motherboard sits on. On these, you can actually remove them and put a different motherboard bracket or I/O shield motherboard. Power buttons relatively easy to wire up. USB would be easy to set up, and the speaker wire may have to work on that. But since this didn't come with a floppy drive, I wish it would have included the caddy, but because it's Dell, they didn't do that. But it's kind of like this disk drive, a little bit smaller, and screws in here. Holds a floppy drive. There's my expensive RAM, which DDR is still expensive, even though it's years old. But I'm glad they still sell it. That's kind of an overview on the inside. When I get home, I'll have a video of it booting up and everything. And it does boot up XP really fast. When I first got it, I did do a Dell restore, and it was not too fast, even with all the crapware uninstalled. So, look forward to those videos, and I'll talk to you guys later.